All right, enough United. How about some quick hits instead?
Let's go, Gab.
Barcelona squander a 2-goal lead to draw 2-2 at Celta Vigo. Jules, Hansi Flick says they weren't just bad in the final 10 minutes when they gave up those 2 goals. They were bad throughout.
Yeah, not a great game at all. And I guess against a good team, Celta Vigo are a really good team. They're playing well. They have great players.
They play pretty football.
With a lot of intensity as well. And I still thought, okay, Barca, good for them, winning without playing well, winning without Lamine Yamal. And those games matter when you win and you don't play well, when you win and you're maybe not the best team, when your opponent has a higher XG than you and you're really kind of rattled. And then Casado gets sent off stupidly again. And I'm really hope he will learn. He seems like a smart guy. So I hope he learns from this stupid red card. And after that, they just completely collapsed. I mean, Jules Koundé, and we praised him when he had to be praised. And you know how much I like him. But against Italy with France, made a massive mistake that cost a goal. And that was even worse because I'm not even sure, Gab, what he's trying to do there. Instead of you 10v11, there's 10 minutes to go. He tries to control the ball and control it down, just hoof it in the stands or anywhere else, really. And that first goal for Celta changed even more.
I'm glad you're picking Jules Koundé. I'd pick on Hector Fort, the way the guy put him on the backside for the second goal. And look, I think the reality is even their goals, there's a brain fart from Mingueza on the first one.
Yeah.
The second one, Lewandowski's really lucky that the bounce sits up for him. This was not a good performance.
No.
And I'll say it now, you need to start integrating the guys in. I don't play Gavi when Yamal returns or whatever. Play Gavi at 10. I think Dani Olmo can be. You've got You need to find alternatives up front for Robert Lewandowski. He cannot play every minute of every game. Whether it's Dani Olmo, whether it's that Pau, whoever that guy is, whether it's Ferran Torres, I know nobody likes, but at least he runs around.
Yeah,
you need to find alternative there.
Yeah, and they've got the mighty Brest in the Champions League in midweek. Hey,
there you go. Not just a body part.
Manchester City are still second, Gabby, but they lose 4-0 at home to Tottenham Hotspur. 5 defeats in a row now for Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, and it's not just that, just some context. It's 3 defeats in a row in the league. Now, this has happened before. It happened to him when he was at Bayern, but that was after they had already won the title.
Exactly.
Here, if they've got Liverpool at Anfield next weekend, he said if they lose that, the title race is over. They'll be 11 points back.
Yeah.
So again, not a good performance. Erling Haaland missing, again, a hat trick of chances.
Yeah.
It can't all be about him. This defending was
God.
terrible.
Gvardiol is not a defender. I'm sorry. Gvardiol doesn't know how to defend.
I think you may be a little harsh on Gvardiol, but collectively, it's just not there. In transition, it's not there. It's not just because of Rodri. And he said the right things. He says, we have to face reality. And I like that owning it. He's not coming up with excuses. Rodri was there with his Ballon d'Or, whatever. Great. But you have to face the reality that, it can get worse. And it's up to you to turn it around. Jules, not just about City being poor. We need to give some credit to Tottenham as well. They're playing without Van de Ven and Romero.
Yeah, and Ben Davies, our friend, was outstanding. Literally the second coming of Franz Beckenbauer. Real Madrid, you're looking for a centre-back. Ben Davies is your guy in January.
He might be on a contract soon.
He's going to win the Ballon d'Or if he continues like this. Love you, Ben. Really love you. Amazing performance collectively. The way they pressed really high, the way they beat the City press, that was not very efficient. We said that because City are really not good at the moment, but fantastic. The way they took the chances, exploited the mistakes by the opposition. Maddison, who'd been a bit struggling and was dropped by Ange recently with 2 massive goals. I mean, the first one is on his shin, but that's okay, it counts. The second one is beautiful. Really, they could have scored 6 goals too, because Kulusevski has a great shot that saved by Ederson. Really wonderful performance. 2 weeks after or 3 weeks after
the defeat against Ipswich.
Being really poor.
Where the vibes were really, really bad.
Yeah.
I think we need to put that in that context. They're inconsistent.
Yeah. And sticking with City, Gabby, they
eagerly
awaited associated party transactions votes took place at the Premier League on Friday. And how did it go?
So the Premier League proposal, within 20 minutes, they said, all right, let's have a vote. And it finished 16-4 for the Premier League, which means the rules stay for now. Because as Aston Villa pointed out, Aston Villa, one of the 4 clubs who voted against, along with Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, and of course Manchester City, coming out and saying, well, wait a minute, we don't have the written reasons from the last decision that was handed down that invalidated these. Shouldn't we wait in case there's another legal challenge from City, which there probably will be?
Yeah.
I think Villa actually have a point on that one. Fundamentally, though, we tend to complicate this whole thing. Ultimately, it's basically about, if you're an associated party, if you're a company that has ties to one of the clubs or one of its owners, why are you against fair market valuations? Why shouldn't it be pegged? If you want to make a different argument, I should be allowed to put in as much money. But just conceptually, to me, it seems mad. One other fun fact: Manchester United voted in obviously they voted with the Premier League with it, and guess who spoke on behalf of Manchester United? That's right, Omar Barada, who was at Man City,
of course,
singing a very different tune not that long ago.